Um, my thing is this, man. We've always wanted to see behind the curtains on a lot of these things, right?
Mhm.
And what's interesting is it seems like this case is bringing to light a lot of stuff that we've always wondered about. The price of development here, right? First, we got the breakdown of the Game Pass splits, which was
Yes.
like, very interesting. It's something that Microsoft has kept behind the vault door, the Scrooge McDuck money bin. They've been very tight-lipped on that.
Yes, yes.
And, I'm glad to see that it works out in the favor of the developers because I do believe developers need to get their just dues, right? They need to get paid and stuff. Making these games, we just play them, but making these games is hell, man. It's
Agreed.
it's a process, So I'm glad to see that, with the Game Pass, which I figured, if you put your thing on there, I figured it would work out in their favor in some kind of way. Because we've seen certain games where their sales have boosted up because of Game Pass.
Yeah.
But anyway, now with Sony and what they're paying to develop these games, I don't want to say I'm not surprised because, like you said, we've discussed it before millions of times. It's getting harder and harder and it's taking more time to make these, especially AAA titles, right? A lot goes into those. You got to get voice actors. You got to get that. What's that?
You gotta
Is it
hire too,
mocap?
because a lot of people, yeah,
Yeah.
motion capture. A lot of people don't know. Like, sorry to cut you off, but
I don't
just
know.
wanted
Jump
to
in.
insert this little piece of information that usually when these game projects start off, especially if they're newer IP in these studios, they start off with a smaller team because they have to build. A lot of times they have to build what's called like a or what's known as like a proof of concept. And then
Hmm.
when the publishers or the powers that be at the studios kind of decide to greenlight the project, that's when they start expanding the team and go into full production. So, a lot of these, it's probably like one of those things. I wonder if the budgets are set at the beginning where they think they're going to spend versus, I imagine, because most companies kind of operate like that. Here's what we project we're going to spend on this over X amount of years.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just wanted to, sorry, like I said, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, no, no. But this is why we get to where we're currently heading with games, right? Where DLC or live action, I mean games, live service, whatever the hell it's called. Because look how much money they spent, right?
Yeah.
So they have to make that and more to make a profit. So, you know, you got so much going on that you have to pay for up front. Like you said, you got actors, you gotta pay for all this. Think of it, you gotta pay for all this tech. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff. I didn't think it would come up to that much, but it makes sense. When you think of it in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
that makes sense that they're spending all that for these games. And
Cause that's like
now
movie money, man. Like we're at the point
yeah,
now,
now
like
I
big.
want to and I want to recap. Like I want to see, okay, if it costs 250 to make this game, how much did it make when it released?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, let me look up Horizon.